Welcome, fellow space travelers. Buckle up because today, we're going on an extreme interplanetary tour. We're about to explore how you, yes you, would die on every single planet in our solar system. It's a wild ride filled with shock, science, and a whole lot of cosmic weirdness. Grab your space helmets because this is not your usual death by old age situation. This is out of this world. First stop, Mercury. A planet so close to the sun it's practically a cosmic furnace. It's like a rock oven with no air conditioning. If you were to die here, your fate would be sealed within minutes of exposure. The temperature swings from boiling hot, 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, to freezing cold, negative 330 degrees at night. Imagine stepping out of your spacecraft, and boom, you're either burned alive or frozen solid. There's no middle ground here, but hey, at least you wouldn't feel it for long, right? Next up is Venus, and let me tell you, Venus is not playing around. The surface temperature, a sizzling 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. If you were to land here, you'd be instantly cooked alive. But that's not all, folks. The thick, toxic clouds would suffocate you in seconds, poisoning your lungs with sulfuric acid. You wouldn't just die here, you'd melt, suffocate, and burn all at once. Venus doesn't welcome visitors, unless they enjoy an eternal stay in a space frying pan. Okay, Earth's a bit of a break compared to our other stops, right? You might be thinking, oh Earth, this is easy. But let's be honest, dying on Earth is its own kind of weirdness too. From heart attacks to falling into a random sinkhole, you'll probably die from something that seems simple. But hey, remember, it's just one of the billions of ways your time could be up. Just hope it's not from tripping over your shoelaces, or from your Wi-Fi cutting out mid-Netflix binge. Hold on to your helmets, space cadets, because we're about to enter Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. With its insane gravity, 2.5 times stronger than Earth's, getting anywhere close would be like trying to dive into a vat of honey while someone pulls you backward. If you did somehow manage to crash onto Jupiter, you'd be crushed under the pressure of the atmosphere. The stormy clouds would tear you apart, and the intense winds could rip your ship into oblivion. You'd never even feel it. The gravity would have you in its grasp, turning you into cosmic goo before you even realized what happened. Total spaghettification. Say hello to Saturn, the big ringed beauty of the solar system. But don't let those beautiful rings fool you. This planet may look like a graceful ballerina in space, but dying here is more like crashing your spaceship into a giant ice bath. The atmosphere is mostly hydrogen and helium, but it's so thick and violent that if you tried to land, you'd either burn up or get crushed by the massive atmospheric pressure. And if you somehow survived that, you'd be sucked into Saturn's gravity, spiraling into its crushing depths like a cosmic drain. Say goodbye to your body, and say hello to nothingness. Next up, Uranus. Yep, you heard me right, Uranus. The planet that never fails to get a laugh. But don't let the jokes fool you. Dying here would be no laughing matter. The temperatures on Uranus are absolutely freezing, dipping to minus 370 degrees Fahrenheit. The atmosphere is mostly hydrogen and helium, and if you somehow managed to survive the cold and lack of oxygen, you'd be blown away by its crazy fast winds which can reach 600 miles per hour. You'd be torn apart before you even got close enough to say, hey, I was just visiting. Now let's get serious. Neptune is one of the most distant planets in the solar system, and dying here would be surprisingly terrifying. You'd have to contend with temperatures that could freeze you solid in minutes, and even if you were somehow alive in the outer layers, the planet's gravity and atmosphere would be so crushing that you'd be sucked into a deep, icy ocean. Neptune would swallow you whole without even blinking. And let's face it, no one's gonna hear your last words. And then there's Pluto, our cold little friend. Once considered the 9th planet, but now it's the underdog of the solar system. The temperature here is so cold, it's nearly impossible for anything to survive. Your body would freeze solid in seconds, and the worst part? You'd be trapped in an eternal frozen sleep with no escape. Beyond Pluto, there are other icy bodies that are just as unforgiving. Welcome to the ultimate cosmic freezer. So, there you have it. What would happen if you died on every planet in our solar system? From being frozen solid on Mars to getting spaghettified on Jupiter, space is definitely not the place to go if you're hoping for a peaceful end. And don't even get me started on the black holes and comets lurking out there. Oh wait, that's for another episode. Stay tuned, subscribe for more cosmic adventures, and remember, if you plan to die in space, maybe consider not going to Venus, or Mercury, or basically anywhere that's not Earth.